Slow down, fade out, roll down, fade back. Slow down, don't forget me now. I don't wanna fade out of your memory, your memory. Hold down, I know I had my doubts. I don't want to fade back to your memory, your memory, your slow down, don't forget me now. I don't wanna fade out of your memory, your memory. Hold down, I know I had my doubts. I don't want to fade back to your memory, your memory, your memory. Don't bow, don't bow, don't bow, don't
All right, so we're heading over to the American Veterans Cemetery here in Clark Air Base. Well, what used to be Clark Air Base, it's Clark City now. So, we'll see. On our way to the cemetery. To my right here is the SM Clark Mall. As you can see there. To my left here, gosh, they're building here. Okay, I think that's gonna be a call center. That's gonna be a hotel. I think that's a call center right here. A bunch of call centers. So Clark City's growing. And over 20 years ago, this wasn't here. And it's Clark City Mall is much bigger than any malls I've ever been to in the United States. And this is not even the biggest mall in the Philippines. It's not even in the top 5 actually. Not even in the top 10. But we'll see. So like I was saying, the SM Mall, not even in the top 5. I don't even think it's in the top. It might be in the top 10 biggest malls here in the Philippines. But later this week, actually next week, I'm going to be heading over to Manila to actually in the top 4 biggest malls in the world. Okay, and that's the SM Mega Mall, Mega Mall of Asia. So, you know, it's funny, back there, I just noticed an all-Filipino buffet in the mall actually, and I had to stop by and check it out. And it's funny because when I talk to these locals around here, they're really surprised that I can speak Tagalog really well. So, and it's pretty comical. Instantly tears down walls, and I can carry on a conversation with these folks. And they always tell me, "Gosh, you know how to speak Tagalog real well." And I'm like, yeah, you know, I was born here and I lived in the States for the past 29 years and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so far the people here have been nice, and yeah, can't complain so far. All right. Okay, so you'll notice here the traffic here in the Philippines. This is, it's only about 8 in the morning right now, but this is really gonna pick up pretty soon. But you see here, there's a whole caravan of jeepneys and a whole, I don't know what those shacks are there for, but anyhow, there's the cemetery, okay, that we're gonna go visit in a little bit. So a little back end meaning to this cemetery. I know when I used to go to school here in grade school, the bus used to drive us by here all the time. and I would always look at it, and there's this great big memorial, and I actually always wanted to visit it, even as a kid back in grade school. So, and I never got to visit it, and now now here's my chance. And Americans fought alongside with the Filipinos here in World War II, and this is dedicated primarily to Americans and some Filipinos as well. And just a few more yards to go. So we are now in Clark City, what used to be Clark Air Base. There's the memorial on the side entrance. I was not able to get in the front entrance because I have about another 40 minutes before it opens up. So right over there on the other side of that street is Angeles City, which is much more dense, much more populated. But we'll be coming back here. It's funny, as a kid I used to see that mountain all the time right there. It always stood out. I never knew what that mountain was, but I will definitely be finding out though. So I was able to get in. I had to sign in to get in the memorial, but take a look at this here. I don't know if you see that guy there in a green jacket, and some of these maintenance workers here. Okay, and there's a couple of them. There's a couple of them scattered all over the cemetery. There you go. See somebody maintaining the fields. It's funny. They put a lot of emphasis in maintaining the grounds here, so somebody's definitely paying for it. And gosh, and it's quite humbling being here actually. So I'm gonna walk around and see what we can find here. Okay, so I'm heading out to the American Memorial Cemetery here in BGC, Bonifacio Global City, which is a part of Manila. So the last one I went to was in Clark, and that was more the Spanish-American War memorial. But we're gonna check out this cemetery here, and if I read it correctly, I think one of the Sullivan brothers is buried here. So for those of you who don't know the Sullivan brothers, do some research, Google it. So all right, this is BGC, Bonifacio Global City, and pretty nice decked out area of Manila. This is one of the I think it's one of their financial centers here, along with Makati. And right there to my right is the Memorial Cemetery, the American Memorial Cemetery here, dedicated mainly to World War II veterans. So let's check it out.